There it was. Okay. So, we are now into the final act of Kentucky Route Zero. So, let's play, shall we? Act 5, Scene 1. A town. Not just any town. A town. Oh, is this not the echo? Well, it's definitely something that's flooded. Oh, look, there's a dude. Hello, dude. Something wash up? Is that a horse? Whoa. Well, well, well. Give me just a minute. That's everything, right? How did this all fit in that truck? I'm afraid you carried more than you share. How did it all fit in the truck? It's bigger on the inside. The sun is shining. I think it rained. You think? The sun's shining. The birds are singing. The flowers are opening. I think it rained. So we hear. Rained a lot, I mean. The worms are going to be out for sure. May I use your phone, Miss Shannon? Yeah, shit, the battery's dead. Oh, who are you calling? I was gonna call Julian. Julian, yeah. Who's Julian? He has a phone? I guess Clara asking who Julian is more makes sense. It's a long story. No, Ezra says my brother. So, where's 5 Dogwood Drive? I don't want to know. I don't want to hold this off until we know where we're going. Let's find out where Dogwood Drive is. Right, no idea. Maybe we should split up. I'll go scout ahead. Okay, holler if you find anything. It's a nice morning for a walk, but a bit muddy. Holler if you find anything, Ezra. Oh. I'm playing as a cat chasing a dragonfly. Wow. Well, this is not like what I had before. Ooh, hello. Interesting. Okay. This is a very large open space to explore. And those are people? Were those people there before? No, right? Were they? 6 or 7 men stood in the sun about a dozen yards from the ditch, and he could hear them laughing. He tried not to hear them. Instead, he listened to the shovel punching through the dirt as he shaped up the trench. It was wet dirt. Mud, really. It made a hungry sound as he shaped the trench walls. Oh. Laughing. One man was louder than the rest. He had a nervous laugh that sucked up all the air around him. The out-of-towner stuck his shovel into the dirt and squeezed the bridge of his nose. He sneezed, took a swig from his thermos. The laughter quieted into greedy chuckles, and he could feel the men approaching. Okay. Slow-mo crow. Hey, it's the WVPT V. Elmo gave Rita a tour of the cameras and wiring. She'd just been through a certificate program on public broadcasting at the community college, so no surprises there. Nikki showed her the video databank, James demonstrated the sanding image processor, and then Ron came barreling with an urgent expression. Rita had entered the public broadcasting program at Fish Trap Lake Community and Technical College with a vague desire to be a newscaster. One of her instructors got her excited about pirate television, and she followed threads through TV and activist communities until she found herself here, somehow volunteering at WEVP-TV. It wasn't quite the radical guerrilla television crew she dreamed of joining. This group seemed more interested in sharing the town's home movies than culture jamming and interfering with corporate stations. But she liked that focus on local concerns. Ron's news was clearly bad news. Rita's heart sank a little as they listened. She knew things were unraveling, knew from experience what they looked like. But as she listened to Ron detail the power company's sudden withdrawal from town affairs, she heard other possibilities. She studied their faces and found concern for sure, but also something like relief, hope, and awakening of play. Nikki looked like she might have been daydreaming. These were people, Rita decided, ready to step out of the company's shadow and build something of their own. Ron said the TV station would still be funded by court order. Could be that there be the anchor? The anchor? Perhaps. Oh, stretchy cat. Stretchy cat. And now cat will go play. Will it still fly? Oh yes, she just got banged up a little in the storm. At first, they only observed the truck from a distance. It was an alien carcass, something that made more sense in death than life. The company had dropped it off in the middle of the day when everyone was at the plant. They let it sit overnight, alone and strange. Nikki thought it was ridiculous, but Ron approved. To Elmo, the truck was simply beautiful. He thought it was elegant. He liked the idea of passing it every day, observing it from different angles and distances. He liked boxy things generally, and especially boxy machines. Everyone had to agree this was money and attention that would have been better spent addressing the town's drainage problems. Maybe finally get started on that damned messianic ditch. Still, they had a few things to dispose of. Broken flower pots, empty glass bottles, clothes that didn't fit anymore. They gradually fell into the habit of collecting waste and carrying it to the truck. Once a month, some shadows would come in from the night woods and haul the garbage away on the cart. Will it still fly? Is that a separate thing for us to talk about? Doesn't seem like it. Like, I can hang around here to listen more into the conversation, but... Chase around a little bit more. I really like this method of exploration. Like, it's like a 3D plane, and yet I'm a cat chasing a dragonfly. Wanda snores softly. Ooh, what was that? Meow. Cheerful meow. Ben, think it'll rain anymore? Nah. Is that another cat? Yep, there's another cat. I don't see any clouds. Where is Dogwood Drive? Hello? Hello? Hiya. This headstone has no name on it. Who's this here? All I can read is better days. Better days ahead? They put their better days to rest here? I wonder whose better days they were talking about anyway. And Uncle Andreas? Is he looking ahead or behind him now? Ooh, what's this? The seer reclined high in a tree, carving fine details into a small wooden pipe. She'd done the bulk of the carving over hazy mornings with a stoneworker. He smoked constantly. She only smoked when she was happy or sad or bored. From this height, she could see the earth movers shaping the mounds under the draftsman's supervision. She could see him inspecting his plan, the drawing he'd made from her game. The map. The map. Dogwood Drive. Oh, hello. Yeah, that seems like a horse that... Oh, hello. What's over here? Wow, how'd you get out of there? They must have been pretty nice pigs if they let you ride them like that. They were perfect gentlemen. I made myself as light as a feather and they didn't even know I was there. They were perfect gentlemen. Then what happened? You're lucky. That was only the beginning. I'm always lucky. It's one of my qualities. Then what happened? Then I found out the library of television. Later I had to cross the desert of broken glass. My shoes were ruined almost immediately. Strangely beautiful. They look okay to me. Wow, did you cut your feet at all? Terribly, but I persevered. I stepped very carefully around the sharp bits, but the sharp bits were everywhere. The desert was every different color all at once. I was overwhelmed. At first, I could barely see anything, but then a bit of moonlight broke through the clouds. It was intoxicating. I was swept away by its beauty. Just remember it now, I might start crying. No, I'm okay. I spent a lot of time looking at the night tonight, too. Did I tell you I discovered the place where all the garbage goes? I was traveling with some strange companions for a while, too, but not as strange as yours. There was a strange woman who I think was a witch. A white rabbit followed me for a while. I think a woman was a witch. She talked about herbs and rituals. I tried to remember some later. She gave me a magical amulet for protection, but I lost it. I spent most of the night in the company of a bus driver. By far my most memorable companions were the Martians. No, bus driver. Her name was Marge. She had a lot of good disco tapes too. She told me all the secret spots to wait for the bus. In fact, she gave me a thorough tour. I'll share the secrets with you. But only with you. I got to ride a big truck and a tugboat. Hung out with an old dog and some musicians. Though we both had quite an adventure. Wow, I'm jealous, but I won't let it ruin our friendship. We should stick together. We should stick together. I agree completely. I agree completely. Ta-da! Okay. So, got Big Bell here. Ooh, hello. Waffles for any weather? Hearing animal noises. George scanned the shelf. He quickly found the book he was looking for. There were only a few dozen left. More shelves than books now, the result of an experiment called the New Selection. Privately, he called it the Purge. But only privately. In small groups of reliable complainers, the unspoken rule was to hold back criticism as long as possible. Experiments needed time to unfold naturally without the interference of doubt. George would have preferred to explain more freely. Even the scheduled feedback circle sessions had been losing their teeth lately, he thought. A trend that coincided with Fraser's increased central role in the community. Fraser proposed and executed experiments just like any other community member, but his experiments had a scorched earth quality. They were all destructive. He moved from one area of the community life to the next in search of access to cut back. Lately, he turned his scythe to the library. The New Selection meant decimating their store of books according to Fraser's own inscrutable criteria. Now we are guaranteed something vital every time we take a book from the shelves. No more time lost to printed chaff. Fraser's colourless voice echoed in George's mind. He felt like spitting. Instead, he took the book under his arm and set off for the woods. The Purge, you say? Cheerful meow. Cheerful meow. Ooh, hello. Standing next to a big old-fashioned bathtub. We've got Permanent Pit Gaming here. Hello! What's up, guys? Just finished watching your Xenoblade playthrough and figured out what you live. Well, thank you very much for joining Permanent Pit Gaming. I guess we'll just call you Permanent Pit for the time being. But yes, today I'm actually doing a solo stream of Kentucky Route Zero, and we're on to Act 5. We're almost about to finish off, I think. Thanks for joining. How are you doing today? Alright, so, what kind of fish are those? They're goldfish. They eat algae and mosquito eggs. Very helpful. Hey, Permanent Pit Gaming is now following us on Twitch. One of us. One of us. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. Alright, they're very helpful. Sounds like a good job. I'm surprised they survived the storm, actually. It was pretty bad, as you can see. Devastating, I should say. Some weren't so lucky, and now I'm writing this poem. I'd like it to be hopeful somehow, but it just keeps coming out sad. Come by this evening and hear it for yourself. Nah, it's probably just going to be sad. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Is this the way to Dogwood Drive? I mean, there's lots of houses. Just call me Permanent. Okay, fair enough. That makes sense. Name's way too long. Day's been good so far. How about you? Yeah. So I don't know how much of Kentucky Route Zero you know about. But basically, it's a very non-mainstream game, I gotta say. So I've had like some issues streaming it. I've also had some like opinions on where I think the story has gone. And I think that it's more centered for people who are not me. But this was one of those games that came out in 2013 and people were like, oh yeah, we should all like pay attention to this game. It's the redevelopment of the narrative point and click adventure game. Now remember, that was in 2013. That was a year after Telltale's The Walking Dead. So at the time, there was not a lot of good narrative adventure games going on around. But then since then, we've had quite a few different ones. So at the very least, this is very different to the games that have come before and since. So yeah. But we are trying to find 5 Dogwood Drive. I'm chasing this dragonfly as a cat, and I'm trying to figure out where's the best place to go. A lot of dead animals, unfortunately. Ah, here we go. Let's go and talk to these guys. Oh, this is where they lifted up all the delivery stuff from the truck. Junebug and Johnny strain to hear the noises coming from the well. There's that weird sleepy singing again. Like 2 people talking, but not to each other. No, sleepy singing. It's kind of reverent. A choir, maybe? 2 songs overlapping, but the same singers in each group. Johnny shades his eye with his hand. You think the truck's okay down there? Sure, I doubt any thief could get it started. It's lost, but they don't seem to mind. No, nothing unique. Okay. I'm wondering whether there's just going to be something to magically appear. Wow. Oh, the cat's meowing and doing an echo because of the well. Okay. Well, I suppose I didn't try going too far into the water. Can't imagine the cat would even enjoy this, really, but we'll see. The art style is very charming at the very least. I know nothing about what's transpired about this point. So basically, we started this off as a delivery driver trying to find the magical Kentucky Route Zero, right? This delivery driver has since then lost a leg and been replaced with a skeletal leg. And as payment for the operation for his leg and the medicine, he's now indebted to the Power Company, which is kind of like an evil-sounding mega corporation. So there's been a lot of like commentary in the game about, you know, what value do delivery drivers have, which is very relevant currently now. You know, and things like that. How far will someone go to make sure that they, you know, repay debts to them? We've had some soulful singing with Junebug and Johnny, which we just spoke to then. And yeah, this is like a slice of Americana. But because I'm from the UK, I'm not in America, so it's not hitting the same way for me. Paints and chalk in the small bag, diary in the large bag, stuffed dog in the small bag, photograph of Chris in the large bag. No, in the small bag? Sandra couldn't decide. Should she keep the photo of her husband, or should Alex keep the photo of his father? Father. She dreaded the separation from her son. Fraser insisted it was just to help Alex develop independence and community ethics, but she'd seen the same thing happen to Isabel after criticizing Fraser's new flood control. It was obviously a punishment. She set everything down, closed her eyes, massaged her temples, and wondered, not for the first time, how Fraser had consolidated so much invisible power so quickly. How had he done it? Had he in fact done anything at all to claim this incredible lattice of an influence, or had they simply blindly given it to him? Yeah. So there's also been different, like, interludes in between the acts of this game. So we just had Un Pueblo de Nada, which is a short story about Weaver, who is a ghost who is transmitting over the airwaves for a local news station. And Weaver was one of the delivery driver's first acquaintances, I think. It's been a while, actually. I can't remember. Do I need to listen to this conversation just by staying here? I think Ezra was going to try and find something around. Can I fly it? Well, how is your upper body strength? It's good. Really good. You see these muscles? You see these guns? These sick pythons? This old girl is operated by pulleys. I mean, 100% mechanical. Okay. Well, except for the throttle. I was about to say, surely that's got a motor or an engine. I could do that. Could you, Ezra? I admire your confidence, young man. Yep, just a little bent metal. I'll have her skyworthy again in a matter of hours. Wow. I've been doing this a long time, kiddo. Okay, so that's the conversation done then. Maybe we can talk to Slow-Mo Crow? Coo, coo. Can we meow back to the crow? Well, greeting meow. A cat and a crow talking to each other. Affirmative meow. And an agreeable caw. Powered by helicopter mums, no throttle needed. Well, I don't know about that. More like powered by the belief that it can fly, like Peter Pan. I mean, childlike wonder is one way of doing it. Okay, is there actually a point to this conversation, though? Inquisitive. Yes, I'm confused too. I mean, there is a letterbox here, but it's not saying it's for Dogwood Drive. Maybe I need to try and go up the hill a little bit more. Try and find the actual... Oh! Was that church always there? Let's try going into the church. If it lets me. No. Cat refuses. Alright. Up the hill, maybe? Ah, no? Whoa. Where are we? Oh, we're going up all the way around. I see. Okay, well, let's keep going, Cato. 5 Dogwood Drive's got to be around here somewhere, right? There's gotta be. Well, we know where Ezra's gone talking to the old man for the aircraft. Junebug and Johnny were by the well. Nikki was by the bathtub. Oh, hello. Talk to these guys. And now you return to Chicago? Just taking one last look. You said you were sketching, researching? Not much left to look at, is there? It's true, that was a hell of a storm, but this ancient earthwork is still solid. Yeah, that was a bad one, but look what it washed up out of the mud. Earthwork's still solid. It's beautiful, right, this big mound? Why did they build this huge, dirt spiral? No, it's a big mound. Most of these ancient earthworks are thought to be burial mounds, but this one definitely isn't. To be honest, I don't know what it was for. It's just art. It's all just art. All just art indeed. Alright. Do you have anything to say, mister? No? Nothing to interact with? Okay. Oh yeah, also I should mention, Permanent, I am playing the Switch version of the game, so I don't have a mouse to do point and click stuff. I'm using my analog controller to try and work around, and it is a little bit fiddly. Little bit fiddly. So they should be represented with dignity and respect, of course. Of course. You know. But not to the point where it makes everyone feel they have to be serious when they're standing under it. I missed the first half of this, I gotta say, so I'm like, does that make sense? No, yeah, it definitely does. I think I have an idea. Great. I'll just dig in. Thanks, Marianne. Happy to help. Alright, that's that conversation done. Go and do these ones. Emily, I don't see any clouds. Hell, it'll probably rain anyhow. Just our luck. Meow. Do the people do anything with me? Oh, really? Wow. Confident meow. He thinks it's going to rain again tomorrow. Nah. I don't know, man. Animals have a sense for the weather. Okay, can we talk to the other cat? Meow. Alert. A croak reverberates inside the smoker. Excited. A frog slips out in the grass, too quick to see. Alright, well. Frog has croaked its last croak. Okay. Okay. Wanda. Let's go and stick around with Wanda. Meow. Meow, Wanda. Wanda sleeps peacefully. Nope, she's just asleep. Right. Well, I have got to say, I am not entirely sure what the next step to do is. I guess it's just to carry on looking around until I find Ezra or, you know, other people again. Ah, here we go. They're all moving around. Here we go. So what's your goal in the story? Getting your leg paid off? Is the cat the delivery man? No, the cat here is just a way of you interacting with the environment without having to pick a single person to move around. It gives you a way of exploring the whole place without, like, it feeling, you know, forced in a way. So the goal in the story was the delivery driver has a delivery to make for Lyset's Antiques, I guess. And we're trying to deliver it to 5 Dogwood Drive. However, once he lost his leg, he was no longer able to drive the truck to go to Dogwood Drive. So we had to find a way of getting a way down there through the Echo River. So he hitched a ride onto the mucky Mammoth and traveled on the ship down that way. But since then, he's kind of split up from us. And what we think is happening is now he's kind of in indentured servitude to the power company. So they're making him do things like dig up ditches and, you know, just generally do manual labor work. He was kind of being press-ganged into working at the Hard Times Distillery, which is basically just a distillery that people are forced to work at no matter what. So yeah, there isn't really a goal to this. It's just kind of a unique story being played. Well, the mailbox says 5 Dogwood Drive. Is there any mail in there? Like if someone wrote them a letter, maybe their name is on it. Just don't send it and say final notice. Those are a secret. It just showed up, the house. Is this your place? Weird time for new construction, but what do I know? No, it just showed up. When? Where did it come from? Who lives here? I haven't seen anyone. Also, with narrative games, usually you like choose a couple of options, but here it's the backstory gets shaped by the choices you pick, so it's not on a single set path. I don't think. How did we lose the leg? That's a good question. I think, oh yes, we were traveling in a cave and it got crushed because there was like a cave in. So yeah, the leg got crushed and he had to get it amputated, I think. So feels warmer in here somehow. Warmer and brighter. Nobody lives here? It's actually quite spacious. Yeah, you can fly a plane in here. Bigger than it looks. Nobody lives here? Nice. Real nice. I could see myself in a place like this. Nah, real nice. So you'll see I'm picking different options of dialogue from different people. So Shannon is saying this, but Clara is saying is what it needs as a kitchen. But I'm going to say the light in here is pretty great. A good space to read a book. I could set up a new workshop here. I could fix TVs again, or whatever people need. Hell, I could fix toasters. Maybe work on that big video synthesizer thing. Fix that up. No, TVs. One could really fit a lot of books in here. I'd love to perform in a place like this at sunset. There's so much stuff just spread out all over the place from the storm. Kind of feel like I'm on a stage right now. You know what I mean, man? Yeah. Yeah, but who's the audience? Everyone is leaving. Weird acoustics. Like you get little echoes before the sounds themselves. I like it. Feels like it's time to move forward. We need to make sure and preserve some of the stuff before the next big storm. You think more people will come after these people leave? We could put on a play for all the animals. No, more people are going to be leaving. People will come. There's something about this place. Even if nobody else sets foot in this place, it's already crowded with ghosts. We saved what we could.